Howdy ho. So today I'm doing some van shit. And cut a hole in my door. Let me show you. So this hole used to be right here. And I decided to cut it down. So this little compartment's gonna be for all my rock hounding tools. Because I got some tools that I want easily accessible. Pretty much gonna make a box right here. Cut the sheet metal open. Put a cover like that. Have a box, have straps. Boom, boom. Top's gonna be open. Just like so. So I got some thin plywood over there. And I got the other panel over here, right here. So I'm gonna trace this out, add 5 inches, because this side is longer, and trim it out, make a little box. Piece of cake, right? Alright, I got the panel outlined. I just gotta cut up the hole for the speaker and for the actual box. So I drilled a couple holes so I can fit my jigsaw in there and follow the lines. Here's the other one, and I think what I'm gonna do is I'm also gonna paint them black, because this is kind of the garage area, so it gets really dirty, and so the dirt really shows. You can see how dirty it gets. Here's the backside. But yeah, I think when it comes to more dirty materials, like outdoor stuff and tools, a darker color like black, or maybe even like a dark blue, would be perfect. All right, let's see if this works. Sweet, look at that. All right, enough of the hard part. I gotta make the box in there. Looks good. Got the base situated. Found some scraps for the same scraps as the wall. Perfect. There we go. There's wall number 1. Got the left side done. Cut the notch a little bit too far, but that's all right. And I want to use thicker stuff, that way it's easy to mount to the plywood there. Bottom's gonna slide over a little bit. That's gonna go there. I can screw or nail from here to here, here to here. I'm gonna leave the top open, that way I can fit longer stuff. Now I need to make a backing plate. As thin as possible, probably end up using that. That, or I could just put carpet down. It's a good idea, outdoor carpet. And then I think what I'll do is probably staple some of this Reflectix to the box just to help for insulation. I got some insulation over here, so that's definitely gonna help. Maybe I'll put some down here. I definitely need to put some in here. So as you can see, I can see outside. That's not really sealed. Right there, right there. And this is all exposed to the outside element. So this is where most of my draft is actually coming from. These mounts right here. Yeah, when you're building on a camper van, you really want to use as much space as you possibly can. That's why I'm cutting into this, making a little storage box because of all this extra space. I wish I could do that here, but there's actually a license plate right here. So I can't do that. I could probably do that for the sliding door, but actually I can't. I took the panel off and I cannot, which is unfortunate. Pretty much got most of it assembled. I think this is how I'm gonna do it. Still gotta put the backing plate on. I'm not sure. I was actually gonna block it off right here, but we'll see. I'll also put some hooks. That way I can hang a hatchet, miscellaneous tools, maybe a pouch for like chisels and whatnot. But I took it all apart, add some longer nails, longer screws, and wood glue. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the backing plate on, and then I think I'll hold off. I was gonna put, like I said, I was gonna block it off up here, but we'll see how well this goes. But it actually looks pretty good. Man, there's always a fire truck or ambulance or helicopter. There we go. I'm gonna file this down here, right here. Wrap some carpet around it. Actually, I got an idea. I got something that'll work. Put a little strip right there. Leave this open. Then we're I'm gonna paint this. And we're gonna use these little plastic fasteners to hold it to the door. All right, it's another day. Got this, oh shoot. I don't know if this is vinyl or not. I don't think so. But regardless, I got this glued up last night, nailed together. Now I'm just gonna take my oscillating tool, sandpaper pad, get all these splinters off, round out the edges, and then get to painting. Alright, got it all painted up. I actually installed this side. I put some insulation on the back and pretty much take this stuff off, and it's sticky. So I'm gonna put some on the back of this. I also covered up this hole right here, and then covered up all the other holes with this tape. Reason being is because there's a draft coming through these doors. As you can see, that's the outside right there. One there, two there, there's another one up here, and one down there. There's also a hole right here. There's, the draft is usually coming in through all these little access holes and joints. So I covered up all these want to make sure this is covered up with this insulation. Otherwise, I might put a strip of tape right there. And yeah, I'm gonna have to. Oh, I've got some self-drilling screws here, 1 inch. So that's how we're gonna hold this to this. This one, there's a screw right here for the handle. And then I also have a couple screws here for the brackets. That's helping hold this in. And then 1, 2 screw. These are just there to cover up the holes. Because I put insulation on the back, it made it thicker. So the little plastic connector isn't long enough. On top of that, I didn't put the insulation up against, like, to the edge. I cut it a little bit shorter, like so, maybe about 1/2 inch. And you can't see it. So it's perfect. The only place you can see it is over here. That's all right. Got this little stripping because I had to cut this. It was a little rough. So I put one right here, put one right here. All right, let's get some tape and cover these holes. All right, got all the holes closed up. Yes. Panel is insulated. I may or may not put some insulation over here. We'll see. I don't think it'll fit though. Looks like it belongs in space. Like a satellite. Alright, got this all finished up. Perfect. Use some self-drilling screws in a couple points. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Ozzy. This is perfect. I need to put some sort of like a net right here, going from point A to point B. But, dude, this is perfect. Boom, boom. I also want to put some hooks so I can hang some tools as well. So I got a few materials here, and I think I could always make some sort of door, but I was gonna use leather strap, but I only have enough for one. And if I'm gonna do something this thin, I would want 2. 1, 2. So I found this piece of carpet, and I think I'm gonna do maybe a strip right here. Screw it in on one side, little connector, like a snap connector. On the other side, I can just unsnap it. That's a good idea. Improvise. All right, there we go. We'll see how well this does with the banging around. I was gonna put a maybe a board right here, but it makes it harder to pull things out. So we'll test the waters with this, see how well it does. And ow, I hit my finger. And then I also need to see about making some hooks. Boom, boom, boom. For all my rock hounding tools. Ouch. Should probably pop that. Sweet. I think we'll just load it up and then see what happens. The Oklahoma really rusted my tools. Look at that. The salt plains. Perfect. Alright. So I've driven around for about a week like this, and it seems to have held up. Nothing's came under or fallen out. It does help that there's a small lip right here. It's definitely gonna get banged up for sure, but that's alright. Looks like this is a success. So probably in another video we'll add some hooks. As long as we can. Yeah. We can add some hooks. Then I could add some other stuff. And then a pouch right here. Sweet.